Rebeccaloran is now live, streaming World of Warcraft, Nightslayer, the Burning Crusade pre-patch, Battlegrounds Honor Grind.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl. Oh. What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Rebecca. Coming at you live early in the morning. Hope you're having a great day. We're going to be playing some Battlegrounds. Most likely just grinding Alterac Valley on my warrior. We might be switching back and forth. Get one gear piece on warrior. Get the next gear piece on mage. Get one gear piece on warrior. Get one piece on mage. I already got my shoulders and my two-hand claymore for my warrior, and I got my shoulders. Got my epic gear. Getting that epic gear. My goal, even though obviously people say, oh, you shouldn't do this before Outland, before the Dark World. This is all about personal goals. And that's what we do over here. We set goals and we make those goals. Now, some goals we don't make in time, and that's how it goes. But then we move on. You know, I wanted to get Knight Captain before the pre-patch, but it wouldn't have worked. We didn't have enough time. So I turned in and I said, okay, we tried. We're Knight Lieutenant forever on my warrior. You know, I had to, juggle between, trying to push for some unrealistic goal in game at the sacrifice of my health. And not even get it, because 70k in like 4 hours before the maintenance happened. That wasn't gonna happen. Like, we were trying, but it just wasn't working. So, I made a decision, said, okay, we're Knight Lieutenant. You know, that's sometimes the warrior, you have to make tough decisions. You know, it's the life of a warrior. Kapla. Okay, so, we made that decision, and now we're Knight Lieutenant for all time, because the rank stopped after Vanilla WoW. And so, that's how it goes. And the idea is that we set goals and we do our best to make them before the time shifts. And that's how WoW works. You work in phases. Right now we're in the pre-patch phase. February 5th, the Dark Portal opens and we go through the next phase of leveling from 60 to 70. And then getting our new gear there. Starting raids. That's what we're going to be doing at level 70 once the Dark Portal opens, and that's going to be for a while. It's going to be multiple phases during that time. And then Wrath of the Lich King comes out, but that, the pre-patch starts, and we go through it. We go through it again. It's the cycle of World of Warcraft, and it's something we can do, and you have to set your own goals. You have to set your own version of what you want to get out of the game. I don't think there's necessarily a wrong answer, but you have to be willing to make your own goals if you truly want to be happy, regardless of, in-game, in real life. That's kind of what we're about here. We're about setting goals and making them both in-game and out. And we're on the road to Gladiator. We don't know how long it'll take. But first, we can't do it without gear. So we gotta get gear. I have a goal, a long-term goal. I want to become a gladiator at least once in the World of Warcraft time span. I don't know how long that's gonna take, which expansion it's gonna happen. We're gonna try to get it as soon as possible, but if we don't get it this expansion, we get it next expansion. If we don't get it during Wrath of the Lich King, we get it during Cataclysm. That's how it goes. Hopefully we get it during the Burning Crusade. That's my ultimate goal. We couldn't have made it. I mean, there is no Gladiator in vanilla. Now we're starting arenas. This is the very beginning. This is our journey. This is our crusade. I hope you join me on this journey that we're going. We're in this Burning Crusade together. And if you're in this channel, you're seeing my progress, you might be laughing at me, you might be cheering me on, you might not even be interested at all. But for all those who really want to join me in this journey, You gotta lock yourself into this mindset. The mindset that
I gotta
have.
start my TBC journey soon.
Hell yeah, Lefty. Join Nightslayer. You could always join Dreamside, but if you don't like World PvP, but there's something about World PvP that just, keeps you on your toes. And, you can try your best to stay alive when you're in fair fights in World PvP, and that kind of gets you prepared for arenas and for different like Warsong Gulch, or to capture the flag, or zone control, or objectives, like the different.
I'm on Nightslayer.
Nice, yeah. Do you want to join me for some Battlegrounds this morning? I'm gonna be spamming Alterac Valley because I don't have gear to be able to do Warsong Gulch. Now, if I had full gear and we had a pre-made group and we were fully locked in to winning every single Warsong Gulch match, every single Arathi Basin,
I'm gonna level a paladin tank.
You're gonna level a paladin tank? What level are you? Are you just starting? I have a level 7 shaman. Maybe we can level together at some point in between Battlegrounds. Just let me know. You can come join my stream. I can add you as a friend as soon as we start playing. I like to take things as they happen. I don't like to force things. If I play with you in game and you're genuinely interested in continuing our adventure together and actually getting leveled, getting good gear, I'll be your friend in game, and we can do stuff together. We can get all the gear that we want. We can get gladiator. We can do all this together. And I like to help.
I haven't decided if I'm gonna play Horde or Alliance yet.
Oh, you haven't even made your character. Okay, so I see. You should play Alliance, because I play on Alliance. If you want to level together, join Alliance. Paladin, pick your race. Draenei is a new race. It's a pretty good race to pick for Paladin. Hint, hint. You could play Human. They're really good too. They have extra sword skill, which gives you extra hit percentage. They also have perception, so you can, watch out for rogues and stuff. And later expansions, they get a free, movement effect.
Are you a transformer?
Am I a transformer?
I have a level 18 Paladin Alliance and a 57 Hunter.
Oh my god, level 18 Paladin Alliance, 57 Hunter? Hell yeah.
And a 60 Hunter on Horde side as well.
Oh shit, you got multiple accounts, bro. Yeah. 18 Paladin Alliance. I have a level 24 Rogue. That's super geared out. I got 2 fiery Cruel Barbs. And I got some nice gear. I have best in slot feet with movement speed. My Rogue is geared the fuck out. Okay, so
I just haven't figured out which side I'm going to play first yet.
Yeah. Well, if you want to play together, that's cool. You should play Alliance, because I play Alliance. Now, I might do some hardcore endeavors on Dreamside.
Are you an auto-gynophile?
An auto-gynophile? Isn't every woman? If you're a sexual person, aren't you either an auto-gynophile or an auto-androphile? Because you like your own body, right? Isn't that everybody? I'm gonna mute you from the TTS.
We talking about World of Warcraft?
But, it's kind of funny. Kind of funny. We talking about World of Warcraft? Yes, last verse. We're playing the Burning Crusade. Are you ready to get in? We gotta reconnect. Let's get in. Let's get in. Let's get this going. We got a lot of honor to grind. Okay, we have a lot of honor. We're just gonna be spamming Alterac Valley. This journey that I'm going on, streaming it. We're doing this together.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. What's up, Smarty Legend? How you doing? Yeah, we're going on this journey. We're starting early in this morning. I'm all caffeinated. Okay, so we're gonna skip Warsong Gulch and Arathi until I get more gear. Well, until I need marks. But we're not gonna need marks until I get a few more gear pieces. Hey, Smarty. How you doing?
Well met.
I got a lot of honor to grind.
Yeah, I love trans gaming. GG.
Trans gaming for the real. Transmogs. Transmogs don't come until Cataclysm, so we got about 2 years before that. Then we got to start collecting gear, which means we're gonna have to start leveling up alts. I already do have alts, but right now we're starting to get to the point where I'm not gonna have time for alts. We'll get there though. Don't worry. We're gonna get all of my characters are basically my main characters, but my warrior is main for life. Hopla. Okay, my warrior is main for life. We're in it for the long haul here. You know, got my epic 2-hand. I still needed my epic 1-hand and my epic shield, but we're not there yet.
You play Dark Souls?
Dark Souls, I got past the first boss with only my fist. It took me 10 hours of attempts.
I feel like the text-to-speech could go bad.
It does, but I got a, don't worry, I got a panic button. A 3-second delay.
Are you part raccoon with those dark circles?
Some of that's lighting. Some of it's also, I've just been going through long-term stress. The one and only Nicole. Yeah, I've just been going through long-term stress with this living situation. There's mold in the house. It's a very demeaning living situation, but I got some real life stuff going forward, so we're just holding on. I got agency looking for a housing situation for me. And then we're gonna go from there. Yeah, I need to get the body piece next. So we need like, I think another 6K honor. Then I need to get legs. I need to get chest and legs. Then we need to get our Warsong ring and I think, what is it? Wrist. I got my epic shoulders. Got my epic 2-hand. Yeah, I'm on the Alterac grind. That's where we're going. Going through these Hall of Heroes here or whatever. I don't know. Ah! I'm going for a swim. We are nowhere near ready for arenas. We gotta get geared. Oh, there we go. Okay, let's use the sharpening stone. Oh, I already have a sharpening stone. Okay, we're good to go. Yeah, TTS is a privilege. If you abuse it, you're going to get muted. This is not a democracy. This is a dictatorship. You know, obviously people are going to be weird. That's just how streaming is. It's normal. But you know what? We're doing our best. I've been streaming for quite a while. I kind of know what to look out for. People think that I'm, you know, there are things that I not so prepared for, but we'll get, you know, those are good problems to have, honestly. Yeah, 3 hours ago we got a new follow on Twitch. Cyber Actual XR, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the journey. To the journey. To the journey. Got my water. Make sure to stay hydrated. There's no reason to rush. World of Warcraft's not going anywhere. It's been around for 20 years. It's gonna be around forever, as long as video games exist. People love this game. More people are joining than ever. Look at all the people. Everybody's coming in, rushing in for the Burning Crusade right now. This is a great time to be alive. Just like in real life. Oh, shit. Yo. Don't do that. You're muted. Don't be weird in chat, guys. Come on. Stop being weird. Oh, this song's awesome. We're gonna jam to this one. What the? You baited. back at the beginning. That sucks. Yeah, if you're too slow, it's like really hard to make progress unless you got a big, group to that also stays behind. Oh no. Nice, got him.
Need assistance?
Oh shit. Shit. Two paladins. We have more oh no. We're running out of reinforcements. No, we have 389. Okay, I see. We have more reinforcements than the board here. Okay, yeah, we got that mage. Alright, we got a small group here. Okay, get the mage. Always get the mage first. Oh man. Not doing so well myself, but I think we're doing good. as the Alliance. Like, our group is doing good, but I think I'm not doing too good. Oh, we win. There we go. See, told you. Alright, 6755. Nice solid victory.
How are you? See you soon.
Are we good for the war song?
You're really
beginning?
Ority.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm really Ority. I'm really pretty. Oh, thank you.
Here there. Off with you. Watch your back. You got my attention. Be good. Off with you. Watch your back.
Okay, we do need to
Be
win a
good.
war song for the daily, but we're gonna focus on. We're not gonna do that until we get our next gear piece. I need to get that chest piece. When I get that chest piece, we can do our war song for the daily. I might need a Rothy pieces, marks, so I'm. It depends. Hodor. Yeah, we're gonna need at least, we need 3 marks and 13k. 13.7k.
That little smile though, you just made my whole morning with that.
Thank you, Cody. Yeah, well, I don't know, the helm as well. Oof. We're gonna get the chest piece with the helm. Critical strike. They're both critical strike. We need to upgrade. 349, 430 armor. Yeah, we need to get the chest upgrade for real. Like hands are like lower priority. Leggings are after the chest. Chest. We also get 20 stamina on our next piece. Gotta get that set bonus. Time remnants. We live forever. We know what's up. Can't erase us from the timeline. The splash. That's all that matters. Once you make yourself into a time remnant, it doesn't matter how. It just matters that you do. Now, it does matter in the sense that I want to live the life worth living. So that's what the grind is. The grind is getting the right time remnant to be the top level. Once you get the time remnant at the top level, there's always another one. They gotta be careful. You don't want to grind too hard. Just like in World of Warcraft. There's always another level, you know? There's always another level. You could always do something better. Even with the best gear, you know, there's also like just little teeny min-maxing in the gameplay. And other players are doing that too. And even if they're at the top of their level, everyone's at the theoretical top. Well, you never know what they're going to do. You know? There's all sorts of factors. It's infinite. This game has infinite gameplay. Alright. Hey, it's Byron. It's not Byron, of course, but it's Byron. Brian. Family Guy. Brian, I'm ready. There's a true one. Harsh Light and Zen Lights. Are they like the same person? Darth Borg. Ooh, it's the War Elephant. Exodar. And the Blood Mist Isles. Or whatever it's called. Oomph. Oomph. Whenever I see Dreamside, I keep thinking Dreamcast. The Sega Dreamcast. Okay, let's clear this tower. Uthdonia. That's gotta be a night elf. Oh no, it's a dwarf. I was wrong. A name like Uthoniel. Oh, well, maybe he was raised by night elves. Or, like, adopted into their culture. Uthdoniel. Like, that's a night elf name. That's gotta be a night elf name. Oh, there's a druid coming. Oh shit. Almost there. One minute, 30 seconds. Like this, yeah, this ice blood tower. Yeah, that hunter's not coming. Okay, 30 seconds. Go.
Can I just stare at you? I haven't played this game in way too long.
Yeah, I mean, I am streaming. You know, that's you know, the stream is made for watching.
That is the joke, silly.
Ah, I get it. Not really. Okay, almost got the Frostfall graveyard. Frostwolf. Oh, that's in 4 minutes. Yeah, it's in conflict, but we got 4 minutes. Probably gonna get the Relief Hut and then do the win. Ignore the horde here. We're just getting. Oh, we already win.
What's on your mind?
Yeah, when we get closer to 13k, I need to do at most 3 Arathi basins. Because we need 3
You're
marks.
a flirt. Haha, I'm sorry, those eyes. OML, don't let me distract you.
you know. Yeah, so we need to do at most 3 Arathi Basins when we get closer to 13k. Probably around 12k. And then at most 3, because one win is 3 marks, and we need 3 marks for the chess piece. And then we need to do at some point the daily for Warsong Gulch.
Off with you.
My heart just fluttered.
Oh my god. Do you need to see a doctor? Oh, Dr. Rebecca coming in. Make sure to take enough water every day. Don't drink too much water. But you gotta drink enough. I'm not a doctor. But I'm pretty sure telling people to drink water is probably a good... You know, I think I'm an expert on that. Like, at some point, you got to drink water. Like, that's the, you know. Mug wumper. Mug like a beer mug, an ale mug. That's a dwarf that drinks lots of ale. I've got a career warrior over here. I'm in it for the long haul. I may not be the best, but I'm always striving to be the best.
Aw, dang the luck. Yeah, I'd say you're not wrong with drinking water. Those doctors do say it's good for you.
Yeah, I think you need to drink water at some point. Feel like if you don't drink water, you're probably not going to do well. You gotta drink water, okay? Because plants need water.
Dang, you almost had me fooled. Tell that dwarf to drink more water.
Yeah, that dwarf is drinking too much ale. Although there is water in ale, and historically, when beer was like first invented, it was mostly non-alcoholic, and it had enough alcohol to kill the germs. And so now we have like fluoride and like water treatment and stuff like that to get rid of germs. We don't need to drink low alcohol beer to get water. We don't live that way anymore. If you drink too much alcohol, it'll dehydrate you. And that doesn't mean you can just drink more water and you'll be okay, you know? Your body it's already a battle against your body. You know, your body is slowly decaying. Like, yeah, maybe science will come up with a way to...
So you're not a doctor, are you a historian?
I'm a human being. I'm a contemporary. I'm living at this time, January 18th, 2026, at 3:14 a.m. Pacific time in California, San Francisco Bay Area. I said area twice, you heard me. The San Francisco Bay Area. And I'm occupying this body at this time, and I'm documenting this life. I'm here, I'm alive, and I'm thankful to be alive. I'm trying to fight for a better life, for a life worth living. And that's all any of us can do, you know? That's all any of us can really do. Just try to live the best life we can, the one that brings you the most joy, the most fulfillment, and helps others. I mean, if you help others, it really helps yourself, you know? At the end of the day, you gotta look out for yourself, because if you don't look out for yourself, you gotta look at the big picture, you know?
And a very good-looking one with flirtatious qualities. You made my day. Seriously.
If you don't take care of yourself, you know, just like they say with if you're on an airplane and You need oxygen. You put, you know, and you want to take care of yourself, because if you become unconscious, your children are not going to be able to. I think some people get it wrong about selflessness. Selflessness does not mean self-sacrifice. Self-sacrifice is obviously honorable.
I'd like to say you are alive, and I'm glad you're alive and you're in my life at this moment in my time. You have helped me more than you already know.
Oh, well, thank you, Cody. Yeah, you know, it's, you know, like, I have no idea what my impact is on this world, for better or for worse. I try to make it for better. I think that's all anybody can do. And, you know, some people will decide that, you know, my time is wasted. I don't think it's wasted. Playing a video game, it is what you make it. Anything you do is basically the exact same thing as World of Warcraft. Like, if you were doing something else, how is that any different? Like, you know, it's your time on this planet. We're all just trying to stay alive. We're eating, we're sleeping, we're pooping, we're animals. We're animals. That, you know, we evolved on this planet. And we eat, we sleep, we poop, we procreate. Not everybody procreates. I don't procreate, I can't. I'm unable to, and I don't want to. It was purposeful. I had to make a sacrifice, but it was a sacrifice that wasn't really a sacrifice. There were much better options. And I took the better options because, honestly, if you want to really help the world, you have to take care of yourself. Because if you're stronger, it means that you have more agency. If you have more agency, you can help more people. And if you help more people, they can also have more agency. And you can help each other. And you keep each other powerful. You keep each other alive. You keep each other safe. Because honestly, the only thing we really know is that we have to
I am 34 and don't have any children, so if I don't breathe any more oxygen, then they may or may not be okay.
Yeah, so you got to take care of them. And in order to do that, you have to take care of yourself. You got to be happy. You got to love your life. And you make, you know, obviously some things are genuinely hard. I've been through a lot of tough times. And I don't even have to worry about taking care of children, but I gotta take care of me. And, yeah, interestingly enough, TTS didn't catch that. Yeah, take care of myself so you can come back. And then you can watch me. And then you can help grow my channel. Because honestly, it's like, it's not up to other people what my priorities are. It's up to me. And here, I'll go with this group this time. I love playing this game. It's bringing me joy. It's giving me a little bit of purpose. Right at this exact moment in my life. But my life will change and my relationship with this game will change. But I see no reason to stop playing. You know, people play video games. You know, it's like you don't need to stop just because, you know, obviously priorities are priorities. But, you know, I got a certain trajectory in my life. And it involves, you know, content creation, and, you know, I'm playing content right now. Even if I wasn't streaming, I would be experiencing this content, and I'm choosing to share it with you at this moment. Doesn't mean every moment's going to be shared. There's some moments that aren't shared, and that's okay, you know, but sometimes I choose to share moments when I have the energy for it. And it is part of a long-term goal of maintaining an online presence, for whatever that's worth, because it's just how I interact with the world. I've been interacting with the world on social media since I was 12 years old, and I just turned 38, and, you know, like, why fight it? Why fight who you are? How is this any different than being a warrior like 1,000 years ago? I'm a warrior in a video game. It's digital. But 1,000 years ago, people were warriors in real life to survive. You know? And then, you know, how is this any different? It's just digital. It's safer. It's more controlled. It's just a game. But life isn't a game. Life is real life, and we're trying to survive every day. And some of that includes, you know, surviving depression. Let me reload Restream chat. I don't know what happened there. Your digital warrior. I don't know what's going on with Restream chat. Something happened. It's not doing TTS. Or are you in like silent mode or something? Are you able to go in silent mode on YouTube? I don't know if you did something or if it's just, it's glitching. I don't know what's happening. Or did something happen with the audio? Month 3 of sobriety? Well, hell yeah. Congratulations. That's really hard to do. You're a warrior. You're fighting to survive. We're all fighting. It's the life of a warrior. Just keep getting back up. Keep getting back up. Keep getting back up. Nobody can stop you but you. You're a warrior. There is no failure. You might lose battles, but you're not going to fail. Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't know that you could do that. Maybe it's glitching, maybe it's not. But that's good to know that there might be a way to mute yourself. From Restream TTS. If you figured that out, that's awesome. I didn't know you could do that. Either that or it's glitching. It's not like too important. I can still see the chat. It's just, it's kind of nice when it's on stream because it's like, I can actually like respond to it like it's somebody's talking to me. But I understand some people don't like that. Yeah, or maybe something happened with Restream. Yeah, who knows? Or did I mute it or something? Yeah, it's not being monitored. I think it glitched. Yeah.
And you're interested.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's the cool thing about, you know, talking to someone online. I'm not going to judge you. And, you know, people say judge. Judge isn't always a negative thing. Like, what if I judged you because I, like, knew who you were, right?
What can I do?
And, like, it could be a good thing. Like you're someone I look up to or someone that I respect.
I must slow down so you can do your thing.
You don't need to slow down. You're just fine. I've been streaming for 6 years. I'm used to talking to chat. It's basically the same as I mean, it's not the same, obviously, because if it were the same, you know, it's different when I'm off stream. It's more focused and a little bit more relaxed. But honestly, it doesn't take me too much energy to talk. It's like the one skill that I have that is really at a high level. Like, I can talk for hours at a time. It's a skill. Not everybody can do it. Public speaking is one of the most feared things. Like, I know I take it for granted, but it is a real skill. Like, some people can't even put a camera on their face. They don't want to be seen by people. They don't want to be in front of people, even if it's only a few people. It's a psychological barrier that not everybody wants to pass. It's fine. Some people want to be anonymous, and that's fine. And in my chat, there's a good middle ground. You can be an anonymous username, and you can talk to me. Hopefully it's a good conversation, but, you know, not a negative one. Honestly, you know, I try to enjoy it. I like the interaction, even if it's just with a TTS. I know that it's a real person, hopefully. Obviously, there's bots, but I try not to think about it. I try to say, well, what if they're not bots? I'd rather pretend, even if like I had 99% bots, for example, talking to me. There's no real reason to do that, but what if that were the case? Well, I would still rather live my life as if they were human, because what if, you know, what if they were? I'm not gonna like live like, oh, it's probably
or because
just
you like
this
my
thing.
personality. And just know that I don't have that in me a lot. I like the way I look, and I like the way I am trying to better myself.
Yeah, and that's really what matters. 3 months sobriety, that's really good. Because that's a goal you set for yourself, and that's what we do here. That's actually one of my main goals in life. Like, I set goals, and we talked about it at the very intro to the stream. I set goals, and I fight until I reach those goals, and we reassess those. That's part of it. That's part of the journey. Like, you reassess things. You don't just keep doing the same thing. You reassess, you change strategies, you might put priorities in different things, but you never stop following the goal, because some things you have to decide, hey, like, this is something that I don't need in my life. But until that point happens, there's no reason to give up. If, you know, there's reasons to do things beyond what most people think matter. You know, people think certain things matter, and then they project those things on other people. There are things in life that matter only to me. And the pursuit of those things is enough, you know? Just having a goal to focus on brings me fulfillment. It brings me joy. And, you know, I choose things strategically so that, you know, as I reach my goals, things get better. And that's part of the strategy. But at the same time, like, we all have 24 hours in a day. Nobody has more than that. And we all have the same exact time. And what you do with it matters. And if you are living a life that you think you need to be living, just because other people expect you to have that life, what kind of life is that? It's good that you have certain things. I'm not saying it's bad. Because certain things, like obviously financial stability, that's really important. Housing stability, something I don't have. But I'm fighting for it, and I'm about to reach that goal. I'm about to get there. I have people working for me. I have a team. I have at least 12 people, but there's people like way behind the scenes. People that I don't even interact with. People who are working on my case. Who are fighting so that I can have a better life. And I thank all of them, but I can't spend my whole life thanking people. If you spend your whole life thanking people, you're not going to have time for yourself. They're doing it so that you don't have to. Some people want to be in the background, and that's fine. I'm going to run on Twitch a 3-minute ad just so we can get rid of the top of the so we can get rid of the pre-rolls. You don't want spamming people with ads on Twitch. There's no reason. If you really think about it, there's no reason to do anything in this world. You know? But there is a reason. There's every reason. The reason is to have the life that you want to live. And I'm not there yet. And I don't think anybody really gets there. But you do fight for a better life. And you get new plateaus. And I've already reached new plateaus, but I'm not there yet. I'm not where I want to be. I am not. And I'm not going to stop fighting for it. And I'm going to get what I want.
Yes, thank you. I love listening to you. You're very inspiring to me right now. I learned I can't do this life for others just recently. I have to do this for me.
Yeah, because other people are going to try to like tell you what to do, and it might be in your best interest too. But it's also in their best interest to, you know, set boundaries, because they should be living their lives. And it doesn't mean you have to like shut everyone out. I think that's like the biggest, I mean, that's the easiest way. It works. But you have to, you know, if you want people in your life, yeah, there's a give and take. And if they're not willing to do that give and take, at a certain point you have to say, hey, like, I'm here, I'm not going anywhere, but I have to think about me. You know, like your sobriety. That's important. And if people threaten that, like if your friends like try to pull you in and all that kind of stuff.
You will get where you want to be because you have a warrior spirit.
Yeah. You know? We have a long way to go in game to be a warrior in World of Warcraft. Okay, like we're just getting started. Okay, but we're early on in the game. We're not even at Outland yet. Okay? We have a long way to go to get to where we want to be in game. I want to be a gladiator. I want to sit amongst the gladiators at the top. And not just in game. I you know, obviously there's not a lot of room at the top, but if you there's no reason why I couldn't be at the top. That's the thing. There's nothing stopping me. There are, like, you know, barriers. But barriers can be, you know, like I can change my attitude. I can change my expectations. I can change what I want to not limit myself. Because a lot of the times I think people limit themselves. They say, I have to be this. I have to be this thing to be happy. You don't need to be that thing to be happy. Now, do you want that thing? That's a different question. You can be happy without getting everything that you set your goals as. Because I think it's like, if your goal is to be happy and the only thing stopping you, like if you, for example, in World of Warcraft, if your happiness hinges on getting that next armor piece and it keeps getting delayed.
You're knocking it out. There's always room for a mindset like yours.
I hope so. We'll see. You know, we'll see how it goes. But if in World of Warcraft you set all of your happiness hinging on whether or not you reach Gladiator, for example, well then every time, you know, same with League of Legends, right? You want to get like Diamond, you want to get above Diamond, whatever. You want to get Grandmaster, whatever. If your happiness hinges on reaching that goal, well, what happens if you never reach the goal? Then are you never going to be happy? You can't make that you're happy. Like, you know, you can't make that. You can't make some goal your, you know, what is, you know, what you're depending on for happiness and fulfillment. Because you might get disappointed. And first of all, what if you do reach it? What then? You're happy, and then, you know, that lasts for like a little bit, and then you're like, okay, well, what now? What now? Like, what if I did become like a multi-millionaire or something like that? Well, yeah, I solved a lot of problems, and that's good. That's not bad. It's not like that would be a bad thing. But like, what then? You know, what's
Your
next?
entire push for life.
Like, so I need to start working on that grind now, because if you really think about it, that's another currency. Just like in WoW, experience stops at max level, but you've only just begun. You have new currencies. I'm level 60, but I'm not level 60. I'm not max level. I got gear to get. There's also the auction house, the economy game. Like, You might be level 60. There's no more XP until they open the Outland portal, the Dark portal. But there's other currencies. Honor. Grinding honor to get gear.
Or reach it earlier than you thought. Then what as long as you strive to be a better level of yourself?
Yeah, like it would be good at, like, you know, obviously getting level 60 faster is going to give you more power. It's going to give you more energy that you can focus on the real currencies. Because there's deeper currencies than XP. XP is the first currency you have, besides gold, you know. Gold is the standard, you know, the gold standard, right? Gold is the standard. You know, like, no matter what, you're going to be grinding gold. That's always an infinite currency. Like, you're going to use it for consumables. You're going to use it for, you know, trading things that you need with other players. But at a certain point, you know, it's like, there's more currency than gold. There's XP. That's your first really, like, your first currency that you really need to grind more than gold is XP. But as soon as you get level 60, gold becomes one of your primary currencies. And then honor becomes another primary currency. And then reputation grind. Now that's the real currency, because that's, if you want new things, if you want like certain, like min-max gear for certain situations, because those are your goals. It's not about like whether or not you get it, because you're gonna get it. But then what? Well, you achieved something, you set a goal, you wanted it, and then you got it.
I haven't played WoW in years, but I have a 60 DK,
Nice.
a 60 Rogue, and a 60 Priest. I am not in position to even set up a PC right now.
Yeah, and that's how it is right now, you know? Like, you know, that's not one of your goals right now. It's my goal. Because it's a goal that I set for myself that I'm fitting into my life. But I'm not you, and I'm not any of my viewers. A Horde won that one. But I think, like, the biggest thing is that there's always going to be another grind. There's always going to be another currency. And in real life, obviously, we need money. It makes the world go round. You know, you need money. You need, you know, housing stability. But there's other currencies that money can't buy. Relationships. With meaningful relationships that build you up and make life worth living. Those take work. Sometimes sometimes your actions ruin relationships beyond repair, and I don't think anything is truly beyond repair, but sometimes you have to decide, like, hey, I can't live my life hinging on whether or not this person accepts me. The only thing you can really do is try to live a better life and become a better person, a stronger person, and hinge your meaning on something that you can control, because you can't control the other people. People keep fighting like, oh, I want to get a spouse. I want to, you know, procreate. Well, it takes more than one person to do that. Now, maybe in the future, we'll be able to procreate without anybody else. You know, science and all that. And then you can start a family without relying on a partner. But if your goal is to have a partner and to procreate, or to raise a child, you know, because, you know, adoption is a thing, then that's not something you can control on your own. It's a conversation. There's another person who has a say in it. There's multiple people, because once you have children, they have a say too. They're people. They're not property. They're not pets. And a lot of people treat their children like they're just extensions of themselves, like they're just pets. And it's frustrating that people do that. But I can't control them. I don't have kids. I don't want kids. I can never have kids. Well, I don't want to say never, because science might change. But I think it's important to realize that if that's your goal, that's not a goal that you can achieve. Your goal is to become a person that somebody would want to partner up with. And then you meet the person that fits. And I think there's no, like, the one. In fact, you can have infinite partners, really. Now, some people would say, and this is like Linus Torvalds, the like maintainer of the Linux kernel, inventor as well. He said you can really only have like 50 people in your life. Like, if you really think about it, genuine connections. Like, and not all of those are like top level. You have like different tiers. Like, you have close, like family, like ride or die. These are people that you would die for, right? These are people who really matter, that if you lose them, life becomes much more painful. Okay, but you know, then there's people who are like, okay, like your coworkers, you know, like they're important, and it's very important. If you can't work with people in a sustainable way, you know, you gotta be in a position where you can truly find the people that you can work with. And it's not quite like the kind of friendship when you think of like a traditional sense, but it is a partnership. It's cohabitating in an environment with people that you're going to be working with for long periods of time. That matters. And, you know, those are part of your 50. And I don't think the goal is to, you know, like some kind of anime goal, like I want to get that 50. Like, you know, okay, like you can gamify it, but like there's certain things that you can't control. You can't control other people. You can't control nature. You can't control like the rest of the world, right? But what you can do is you can say, okay, I'm going to be the best person I can be. I'm going to take care of myself. I'm going to take care of my health, take care of my body, take care of my mind, the best I can. And then find the people that match that. Find the people that synergize. Find the people that lift me up. And then those are hopefully people you can lift up as well. And I feel like those are good goals to have, but you can't actually grind those. And I think a lot of people set these standards for themselves that just lead to disappointment. They're like, oh, I want to find a spouse. It's like, well, if that's your goal, well, there are definitely other people who want to find a spouse, and you're going to meet those people. Now, are those people good for you just because you have the same goal? They might be. They might not. And for me, I can't settle with a monogamous relationship. It's not going to happen.
In my addiction, I've had many pointless relationships that I knew would go nowhere. I spent years chasing the same crap I knew would work. I'm in a relationship right now that I want to work, but
yeah, it can be difficult.
Maybe won't.
Well, all we can do is just be the best person and be there for them. And sometimes people drift apart because we have different goals. We're different people. Now, when you make a commitment, that's like what a marriage is. You're setting a really strong goal of, I will not leave you. And sometimes if you try to fight your life so hard that you're unwilling to let go, it can hurt both of you. And, you know, for me, a monogamous relationship is a prison. And anybody I'm with would have to understand that. So nobody I'm with would be somebody who would be disappointed by that. I'm going to find people that respect that I'm a human being and I get to choose who I'm with. And I'm not going to stay with somebody exclusively. Like, you know, I have different relationships with all my friends. I mean, would you expect, the way I see it, would you expect your friends to only hang out with you? They have other friends, right? They have family. So why would I expect my spouse to only be with me? And, you know, I would hope that they have their own other partners, like that they love and they want to spend significant amount of time with. You know, because sometimes I have other goals, and, you know, I understand this life is transient, and it's pretty much a single player game, but it is co-op, and it is multiplayer. It is massively multiplayer. Real life is massively multiplayer. Just like in WoW. I'm not going to only play with one of these friends. So why would I stay with only one romantic partner? Why would I stay with only one sexual partner? Why would I only have one friend? So that's the way I see it. I'm polyamorous, and that's really important to me that I have these values because they align with who I am. And anybody I'm with would have to respect those. They don't have to they don't have to adopt those. And I always try to treat people like, you know, people matter to me. My friends matter just as much as a romantic partner would. In fact, I feel like I fall in love with my friends in a platonic way. Meaningful love. And they might not feel the same way. They might not understand it, but it matters to me. And I also understand that they might not feel the same way about me. And that's okay. That's part of it. That's part of the acceptance. I don't need them to feel the same way I do. And that's okay. But hopefully I find people who align with me. And find people who do feel the same way. And, you know, it's not really something you can control. You kind of just run into each other. And then maybe you keep going the same direction. Just like in World of Warcraft right now. We're all going this direction. Sometimes people split off. If everybody went the same direction, we wouldn't get our objectives. Sometimes we split off. Here, I'm gonna go with this mage. I'm gonna see where this mage is going.
I think that's really awesome you're strong enough to open up like that to a stranger. Thank you, Rebecca, you've truly helped me this morning more than anybody has in a long time.
I appreciate that. It's just who I am. It comes naturally to me. Don't think anything of it. It's one of my strengths, and I play into it. And I feel like people say follow your passions, follow your strengths. Your strengths will lead you in many different directions. And I think it's like, if you follow your strengths, the how is going to change. I follow my strengths, and I don't know where it's going to lead me. I have no idea. If I did, I think that would be a failure. Not because it would fail, but because what if where it leads me... What if I try to set a goal and it's not following my strengths?
I love your WoW analogies to the world and life. You're too freaking cute.
Oh, well, thanks. It's easy because, like, you know, I relate everything to what I'm doing. What I do in WoW is how I approach life in different ways. Because if you do things one-to-one, okay, like, things don't work out that way. This is a video game. It has constraints. It has its own rules. But it does have similarities. And everything that we do in life connects to everything else because we're the ones taking action. We're the ones participating in that activity. We're spending our time and energy on it. It matters. It does. People say that something doesn't matter. They kill time. You know, like, time is not something to be killed. Okay? And there is no waste of time because if you chose to use your time in a certain way, yeah, maybe you could have been more effective in some goal, but either way, you still spent the time in something, like, maybe it was subconscious. Maybe your mind was trying to tell you something. That you needed to distract yourself. That you needed to do something else. Because maybe you'll learn something from it. And I try to be on the... I try not to, like, force things, but I try to be on the lookout for lessons. Because, yeah, every time you do something, there's an opportunity cost. But every time you do something, there's an opportunity that you potentially might see something that you would have not seen if you did something else. And so I treat everything as something that matters. There is no activity in this life that doesn't matter. And if you live your life that way, you start finding meaning. You start making improvements in yourself because you're like, wait a minute, like, why do I enjoy this thing? Is it truly a waste of time? It might be, deterring you from other goals. And if that's the case, well, then it served as a catalyst to teach you that. It taught you that you had different goals and that it was distracting you from that goal. And so you make adjustments. And you wouldn't have made that adjustment if you didn't get yourself to that point. If you didn't take action by doing something that felt right at the time, well, you can always change trajectory. But if you constantly go back and forth and say, oh, I don't know if I should be doing this, I'm doing this, but I shouldn't be, like, commit to it. You're doing it for a reason. You made the decision. Every single thing we do in life is a decision. And that could be terrifying. But it also is liberating because it means that we have control. We have agency. You can make the choice. Like I chose to log in this morning. I chose to start my stream. It matters. Possibly
My
because
mind
of the
told
things
me,
I'm saying.
she's really cute, and Oblivion or God said hold on, let me out this person in your life for a second. She's going to drop some life lessons and knowledge on you.
Yeah, well here's the thing, is you could see it that way. You could also see it as you're the one giving yourself the lessons. You're listening to what I'm saying. You're the one processing it, not me. I'm not some, special person. I have my own life and I do try to impart whatever knowledge I have, and hopefully it can help somebody. But you're the one who's listening. You're the one who's taking it to heart. You're the one who's taking action. You're the one who's 3 months sober. I didn't do that. You did. You took action. You controlled your life. You're listening and you're taking meaning from it. I didn't do anything. I just am doing my thing. And I encourage you to not to treat me like a god or whatever. And I know you're not saying that that's what I was, but don't treat me like I'm some kind of person to imitate or be. Be yourself. Okay, Horde won that game. $8935.
What can I do for you? See you soon.
You got 72 Alterac marks. We have a maximum of 100. I think it's really easy to see somebody that resonates with you.
You are special, I'll not ever forget this.
Aw.
I'll treat you as you treat yourself.
Oh, well, thank you. You're welcome here, and you can stay and leave as you need. I'm creating a space for people to be here, and like I said, whatever your journey is, that's yours, and hopefully sometimes we're on the same path. Sometimes you have to say, hey, I need to go a different direction, and that's fine. That's how life is. But I've gone through this thing before where I find a content creator, and I found many content creators that I followed. I listened to them, and I really put my energy into listening to them. Not to because they're super crazy knowledgeable or smartest or experts, but because I wanted to hear how they thought. I wanted to learn whatever they have for me to learn. But then I realized they weren't doing that. I was doing that. I was the one listening. I was the one processing. I was the one coming up with decisions. I was the one coming up with the answers. And then from there, I was like, okay, well, that doesn't mean I have to abandon listening to people. But what it means is that I am the one who is powerful. Because it's my life. It's not theirs. They don't even know me. These are YouTubers. These are Twitch streamers. They have their own knowledge, though. And people sometimes say, oh, they're losers, they're whatever. They're clearly not. Some of these people are making millions of dollars, so they're objectively winning at life. But like I said, there's other currencies. Some currencies can't be bought with money. And some of these people might be struggling in ways that I'm above and beyond. In some areas of my life, I'm a gladiator already. And I've been maintaining it for a long time. I'm at the top somewhere, and some people don't have those, even multimillionaires. So I try to think of things it's not a competition. It's I can learn something from anybody. And it doesn't mean I have to learn everything from everybody. And some people I can be okay, well, this person is not really serving me right now, and that's okay. But I feel there was a shift at some point, and I had to go through it. Where I was like a sponge. I was listening to all these content creators and looking at how they work their career and watching what they do like a mad woman. I went
just
insane.
Thankful. I'm not trying to put you on a pedestal.
Yeah, it's
I
all
just
good.
value your words.
I mean, I'm the one who's putting myself in front of a camera, so obviously I have some kind of ego issue, okay? So, clearly I have a high opinion of myself, but it's earned. And not, you know, it doesn't mean I deserve anything or like, but I think I need to stop being so humble because that can be toxic. Accept that I matter and that I'm strong and that I have a lot to offer the world. I have value. And I don't have to have millions of dollars to have value. Because, first of all, millions of dollars, that is something that can change in a heartbeat. Imagine if your life changed, or you work towards it, and you start, what if we changed that variable? What if right now I had $1 million? What then? Like, how would that change me? Like, yeah, it would change the variables. It would, you know, it could potentially change me. It would definitely change me. But what I'm trying to say is that that's something that is not like determining of my worth as a human being, because if that's a variable that if it was switched on, like that would like, if my worth was dependent on that, if it can be switched on, it could be switched off. And if I set my worth as that, well, what if I never reach that goal? Most people never even reach like $500,000 in a lifetime. They try, you know, people try to build nest eggs, and then by the time they're even able to live their life, they're already like in their 60s. You know, if they're lucky. So if you set your happiness on some future goal, you know, obviously it's good to have these financial stabilities, but I'm going to aim for something that truly matters to me and that plays into my strengths, because I do have strengths, and the only thing that isn't working are a few factors, little knobs that can be tweaked, and that's part of the game of life. And if I can tweak those knobs and then they start working for me, what then? All those people who naysay me, all those negative people, suddenly they're just going to be mad at me because they're like, oh, well, you just got lucky. Like, no, I kept putting my name in the hat. I kept listening. I kept learning. Eventually, something is going to be moved. Some knob is going to be tweaked, and something will start to work. I'm not saying I'm going to become a multimillionaire, but something will work in my life, because if there's no hope for me, then there's no hope for anybody. There's got to be hope that something can change. Then I'm going to keep putting my name in the hat. I'm going to keep fighting in whatever way I can. And all of those are variables that can be tweaked. And they're not going to be perfect. They inherently can't be perfect. But what I can do is I can keep adjusting those knobs until I get just the right combination that starts to move my life where I want it to be. And then I can just like say, okay, well, now I know more. I know how to tweak those knobs.
Knowledge is what I'm always striving for.
Yeah, I mean, it's a meaningful pursuit, because you only have one life, and you have to take care of yourself. You have to be able to earn a living somehow. I hate how life forces you to earn it, but it is reality, and we have to do what we can. And I'm going to play to my strengths. I have strengths. I have a lot of value. And there are people who recognize it. They aren't always able to, they aren't always in a position to give me opportunities. But all I have to find is, like, I need to trust that if one person, if 10 people, if 100 people find value in me, then there's going to be more. There's always going to be more. And it's only going to get better as I improve things, as I tweak those knobs. So I need to trust that. Maybe the specifics will change, but I'm going to find the people that work for me. And I won't stop. Some people will call me ruthless. Some people will call me, a terrible person. That doesn't matter to me, because I need to live a life worth living. It's my life, not theirs. And I'm doing the best I fucking can with the information and the resources I have. And if anybody faults me for that, fuck them. What if I started making insane amounts of success? What if I started making millions of dollars? Anybody who would tear me down after that doesn't deserve to be in my life. I worked hard for it, if that's the case. I worked goddamn hard. Really fucking hard. I earned it. And I'm gonna live my life as if those things already happened, because eventually they might. What then? I would rather be prepared for success than pretend that success can't happen, because ironically, if you prepare for success, it makes you stronger. And it makes it more likely to happen. If you don't even try, well, then you're not even working on the skills that would get you there. You may as well not do it at all. Right? Which I don't think that's true either. I think if you just... Sometimes things, like, move forward. But what I've noticed in people's lives, if they don't try to do things, it doesn't happen. You have to be deliberate. Or your life won't happen. Nobody's going to live it for you. These are things I've learned in these 38 years on this planet. It's not perfect. I'm not really like winning, so to speak. You know, I have a long way to go. But what I've noticed is that there's people in this life, they think that life happens to them. They're just like, oh, well, you know, I'm not really making that much money, but, you know, I'm getting by. Which is fine. That's honorable. But, like, you know, they're taking care of their needs the best they can. But they have goals that they don't try. They say, oh, I would like to do this, and then they don't find time for it. They're like, oh, I'd like to go to the gym. I'd like to start writing my novel. I'd like to do these things. Well, then pick up if you want to write a novel, start with journaling, which is what I've been doing. I've been writing a lot. It doesn't mean I've been, you know, actively making progress on my novel, but you can't really discount the progress. Because if you're writing every day, you're making progress even if it's not literally on the novel. You're developing a muscle. You're training, just like going to the gym. You know, you got to train. And eventually you do the thing, but it's never a waste of time to start. You're not going to be perfect. And there's never going to be a time where you shouldn't wait forever, right? You can always be stronger, but you're never going to fully get stronger unless you just do it, right? So if you want to go to the gym, you could research it, you could try to min-max it before you even go, but at some point you have to lift weights or, you know, do some slight, you know, resistance training and whatever your goals are. My goals are lower resistance, higher reps, because I don't want to bulk. But you have to do it. And, you know, you could plan all you want, but until you actually do it, you're not gonna be learning as much as you could if you just did it. And, you know, people, for some reason, they go through life thinking that things just happen to them and that there's nothing they can do. They're just not that's okay.
You're a well-balanced individual. I love your ego. I've been told I have a big head more than I would like to admit. But like you're saying, it's a strength, not a weakness or a soft spot.
Hey, Gone.
It's us. Hey, cutie patootie.
Hey, cutie patootie. Yeah, Cody, it's just like... I think it's just a lot of people are unwilling to accept that maybe they do, like, have a very low percentage chance of making their goals that they truly want in life. But what they are not willing to admit is that they simply decided not to pursue it. And it's okay not to pursue it and to make that decision. Nobody's going to hold it against you. Nobody who matters. But you have to believe inside of your heart that you made a decision not to pursue it. People say, oh, I don't have time to go to the gym, or I don't have the, you know, I could quit alcohol anytime, or I could quit smoking cigarettes anytime. I just haven't gotten around to it. Well, that's because you made a decision not to. And it's okay that you made that decision. Maybe it's against your best interest, but you have to accept that you made that choice. And to accept that you made the choice gives you more agency. Because if you made that choice to do something that you don't want to do, it means that you can make the choice to not do the thing that you don't want to do. And, you know, it's like if you want to write a novel, you might not become a New York Times bestseller. You might. But if you want to become a New York Times bestseller, you have to start with writing a novel. Like, that's only going to happen if you have a novel to publish. Right? So it's like... if you don't even do that, it's so easy to say like, oh, well, I didn't even try, so therefore I can't criticize myself. And it's like, if you are unhappy with your life, make decisions that will lead you to where you want to be. And you might not succeed immediately, and you're definitely not going to. You might get lucky with some things, but there are variables you can tweak. And I believe that this is true in every aspect of life. That some things are completely out of your control, and accept those things. But also, you don't know what those things are until you tried. And even then, you might just choose to like not put your energy in that, because it's like, well, I might be able to change it, but do I want to like try to bang a nail into the wall with my forehead? You might be able to do it, but is it worth it? Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it is. You know, because if it's going to save your life, you know, like, that's one thing. You know, there's things that can save your life that might be very painful. And obviously that's an analogy, so it's, you know, you don't have to literally do that. But, you know, sometimes things will save your life. And it's like, hopefully you don't have to do something like that. But, you know, I'm sorry for that imagery, but basically, you know, there are things that we have to do that save our life in ways that we don't necessarily always see. Because it's like, depression is a silent killer. It hurts people. It sometimes results in people's death. And people don't want to admit it. They don't like to think about it. But it's real. It takes people's lives. And so if you don't want to be depressed, there are variables you can tweak. And I did that with my surgeries, with living my life regardless of, you know, I had to make a decision. Do I pursue my surgeries and get social exclusion? Because being a transgender person on this planet is basically a social death sentence. But there are variables you can tweak. We can fight the political fights.
I can't stop my vape, but I was so unhappy with my life on my opiate use and other shit I don't care to admit. But I feel like I'm banging my nail in right now, but not into the wall, into a coffin of.
Yeah, and you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. And I'm not the boss of you. Okay, like, you know, you can do what you want. But, you know, like, you have your own goals, and those are your goals, not mine. That's your agency. It's your decisions to make, not mine. And everybody has decisions to make, and the only wrong one is to just sit around and refuse to make decisions. Just I mean, obviously, maybe that's not wrong, but you have to accept that if you're not willing to make the changes, then if you're not willing to tweak those knobs, and tweaking those knobs is they don't have to mean what you think they mean. Like, tweaking the knobs, like, for example, there are things that I don't have full agency over, but instead of, like, hating myself...
My old life that I can't ever open back up, so I have to bang it in the hard way.
Yeah.
So I know how hard I worked for it to get it closed in.
Yeah, well, everyone needs a good bang every now and then. Everyone needs a good bang every now and then. Everyone needs a good bang every now and then, you know? So basically... people have like a narrow vision of what they need to do. Some people think like, oh, you can only succeed in life if you work a 9-to-5 job that's like gonna, like, you know, just a minimum wage, you know, destroying your mental health, destroying your body, because you gotta do what you gotta do. And it's like, well, I'm not able to do that in the first place. And instead of, you know, I could have tried to fight for it, but I already did. Many times. I never gave up, and I still haven't given up. But I realized, why am I fighting that battle?
God dang you. Those eyes throw me off.
Why not try to change the knobs in a different way? Tweak the knobs in a different way. I am permanently disabled. I have a developmental disorder. It is not just autism. It is a slew of things that I don't want to get into right now, because this isn't my therapist. I don't need to explain anything to my stream. But needless to say, I literally have a diagnosed developmental disorder. Regardless of whether you believe it or not, it doesn't matter. It exists. And it has prevented me from living the life that other people had wanted me to live. And instead of fighting it, I found help. Because we're not in this planet alone. I'm not the only one responsible. You saw model jumping up right there, right? I'm a model. So anyway, I need to pursue something that works. I can't pursue things that don't work. That would be meaningless. Maybe I can make it work, but why put myself through the unnecessary hardship?
In a good way. You're my therapist this morning.
Well, I'm not a licensed therapist, so I encourage you to talk to a licensed therapist if you need to. I'm not a licensed therapist, and this is not anonymous. This is a public space. So there's some things you can only talk to a therapist about because they're required by law to keep it private. You know, under certain, there are certain things that they have to tell people, but I am not a licensed therapist. This is a public space. I am just a random lady streaming on the internet. Some random human being, random person. And I'm just speaking my truth for what it's worth. Might not be worth much, but I think it's worth a lot. I decided I'm not going to fight anymore. I'm disabled. It's okay. But what I'm not going to do is give up. I'm going to find alternative paths. And so I found a therapist. I found a psychiatrist. I got the letters of approval. I got my transgender surgeries. I now have a vagina. Something I've never thought possible because I thought it was going to cost too much money. Things worked in my favor, and I jumped on it instead of giving up. And I took the opportunity, and I fought, and I fought, and I fought, and I made it happen. Something that I thought was never possible. Something that I'd given up. I basically, if I had given up on this, I would have given up on my whole life. Because I wouldn't respect myself. And that's not a life worth living, in my opinion. And so I wanted to live, and so I did it. But I needed help. I couldn't do it alone, obviously. You need a surgeon. Obviously. So life is not a solo game. Sometimes you need to queue up with other people. Sometimes you need a few others to help you with that quest. Why make it hard on yourself? But I think for so long there's an ego issue where I was like, I have to do it alone. I have to overcome this. I have to overcome my disability. No, I don't have to overcome my disability. I can't. It's a developmental disorder. My brain is wired a certain way. I can't change it. I might be able to tweak a few knobs, but I can't fundamentally change it. And I would like to, but I can't. And so what I can do is I can find people who can help me reach my goals. And some people are going to be like, oh, but you didn't do it by yourself. You're a loser. You asked for help. Those are handouts. So?
Life is multiplayer.
Exactly. So what, user? Like, I mean, user agrees with me. So I'm like, so what? Like, random person who hates on me because they think that I didn't do it the right way. What is the right way? The only thing that matters is reaching the goal. Once you get there, you have new decisions to make. But how you get there, why does it matter if I got there the real way? Whatever that means. And in their mind, the real way is like, oh, you need to join the army. You need to go to the military.
Can you tweak my knob?
Yeah, everyone needs to tweak some knobs every now and then.
Hey, no, don't ever think that way.
Yeah, exactly. Like, some people are like, if you don't do it the way that I think you need to, you're not really succeeding. You're just leeching off of other people. No, I'm not. And I can prove it. Because there's other people who could have leeched off of them, and they didn't get what I got. I fought for it. I earned it. Because I got over my ego, and I said, I need help. And I got help. That makes me strong. It makes these other people unwilling to get over their ego. And it makes them stuck.
There is no real way. The real way is the way you got it done.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if you have to look at yourself in the mirror. See, I have different priorities. I have to look at myself in the mirror and say, I respect myself. I have to look at myself in the mirror and say, hey, I may have not made all the best decisions, but I made the best decisions with the information I had. And when I found out that certain decisions weren't so great, or if they were harming people, I changed. And I'm living in the light. You can call it like, you know, living under, you know, Jesus Christ or God or the Buddhism, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is that I can look at myself in the mirror and respect myself. I love myself. And some people might think that's weird. Some people might think it's cringe. They might think it's like, oh, you're just leeching off of everybody else. It's like, no. Those people decided to be on my team. If you don't like it, then why are you helping me? I would hope that people would help me, but if it's hurting them, they have a decision to make. And unfortunately, sometimes people leave me. And I wish they didn't. I wish they were on my team. But they decided that they don't want to help me. And that's okay. I can't expect everyone to want to help me. But those people in my life that I love, they decided that they don't want me to be happy.
You are so fucking strong. Your ability to open up and be strong is a strength. Your ability to love yourself is awesome. To me.
Like, no matter how hard I fight, these people in my life who decided that I'm a loser, decided that I'm not worth helping, that I need to earn it, that it's conditional, that I need to do it their way or not at all. That the way I would need to succeed is like, oh, well, you're just leeching off of other people. Some people like to be leeched off of. Some people are offering.
It's okay, love.
Why is that wrong? If people have open arms and they want to help, then how is that wrong? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I love you. You're not a loser. You're not a leech. Stay away from these kind of individuals.
I'm sorry, it's just, I don't want to bring this to the stream. It's just, you know,
You have open arms to me. Oh, now I feel terrible.
No, you're fine. Not about you. It's like there's certain things I don't want to talk about.
Don't be sorry, I'm crying with you.
I don't want to talk about this on stream, but there's things in my life I have to accept. You know, there's people in my life that decided that I'm not worth their time. And I guess I have to accept that. But there's people who are willing to be in my life. Those people matter too. They matter. You know, I need to be on the lookout for them, and I have been. I've included people in my life who want me to succeed. And they believe in me. Some of them were random strangers. They're professionals, and you know, but they signed on to me. They agreed to take me on, you know, as a case in these different agencies. These people want me to succeed. They believe in me. And unfortunately, I have people in my life who don't even know what's happening to me. They don't ask. They don't even know what's going on with me. And it's like I need to stop holding out for these people. They don't, you know, they have their own priorities, and that's okay. But I need to stop expecting them to be an active part of my life. I think that's a different kind of thing.
Most important to be happy. Keep your distance from anything makes you sad or upset. Focus on your goals.
Yeah. You know, I do have a lot of loyalty for people that might not deserve it, but I think I owe it to myself to take care of my mental health and only surround me with people who want me to succeed. People who are willing to, you know, I'm not going to expect people to...
You don't need them.
Hey, Ahmed, I'm not going to expect people to help me, but I'm going to be on the lookout for people who are like, hey, I can lend you know, at this moment, I have the energy and the capability to lend this hand in this specific way, and I'm here to help. And I'd be like, okay, well, you know, let's do it. And then it's not going to be forever, and it might not solve all my problems, but that's something that will help. And some people are like, hey, I'm here to help. I'm going to offer what I can. I'm able to. And it's you know, it is what it is.
I will fight for you and believe in you. As I said these times, I will not ever forget your personality and strengths, and the way you helped me today.
Thank you. You know, take care of yourself too, you know. Sorry, I've been holding a lot of this stuff in. And I know it's like, yeah, I open up a lot, but I've been trying to not. Because I have this thing where I overshare. And I've been trying to, like, not hold on to things that make me sad. But, you know, you can't hold on to things forever. You have to let them out. And maybe letting them out publicly is my way of doing that. Because sometimes you can't do things. You know, you gotta do what you gotta do. And yeah, my stream is a part of my life. This is a meaningful part of my life. It matters.
No.
Now, it's not like the top priority because I have personal life, things that I keep off stream. I need to start queuing up for a Rothy as well, because I need a Rothy marks for my chess piece. And I don't want to ruin the vibes of my stream. I don't like to keep negative. I like to keep things more good vibes.
Well, thank you for opening up to me today. I hope I helped you a little bit today too.
Yeah, you helped. But, you know, I need to accept that there's people who are there who want me to succeed and who want me to be happy and who are there to help. And I need to let them in. I need to give them a chance. You know, everyone needs a chance. And some people are like, you know, they're there. And like, I give people chances, and I give them chances, and I give them chances, and they keep hurting me. And I'm just, I need to stop. At some point, you know, my loyalty is not worth my sacrifice of my mental health. And I need to move on to better things. Live my own life. Not other people's, not family members, not like people who have like moved on with their life. I need to look out for me now and find the people that are me. You know, find my family. And I feel like I'm starting to get there. And it's not going to happen overnight, but, you know, I think it's going to start with this, you know, mentor
Sometimes
home.
it's better to move on even on family members. Sometimes they try to destroy you and disappoint you. The best solution is to start again and don't remember them. They don't deserve you.
Well, I mean, I'm always going to remember. You know, you got to learn the lessons. If I forget, then I might, you know, I might, you know, repeat the mistakes. And I don't ever want to repeat mistakes that I've made. I've made so many mistakes, and I'm human. You know, I'm flawed. You know, I've had to, you know, some people, they see me crying right now and they're like, oh, she's putting on the waterworks, crocodile tears, she's trying to make people sorry for her. That's not what's going on. I've kept a strong front. I've tried to be like, hey, what can I do better? What can I do better? What can I do better? At a certain point, people need to meet you halfway. Enough is enough. I'm going to keep room in my life for the people who are willing to meet me halfway. And I'm not saying, like, I'm not trying to burn bridges. I don't want to say forever. But until they're willing to meet me halfway, I have to let go.
You are beautiful, Rebecca. No, nobody here thinks that at all.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I get what you're saying. No, obviously some people don't want me to succeed and they're going to come into my chat, and I know what you mean. I try to pay attention to people like you, the people who are lifting me up, and people who believe in me. And you know, it's so easy to look at the negative. It's actually, we're evolved to do that. Yeah, we have to, I need to join the blacksmith group.
You will be happy and accomplish your plans, love.
Okay, well, they took the blacksmith. Once you get the blacksmith, you're able to overlook the entire battlefield and see where people are moving and stuff. Okay, I got some of those totems.
Thank goddamn woman, did you just daydream there, XD?
Huh?
You.
I don't know what you mean. Oh yeah, Horde won that one. I mean, it's a free mark.
A true G-mer girl, look at those bags, UNDR her eyes from pulse hours of grind.
Some of it is lighting. I don't have bags under my eyes. I mean, first of all, everybody does. Second of all,
See you soon.
you know, it could be worse.
Need help?
Some of it's just lighting and angles. I don't have the best studio setup right now.
Farewell.
Like I said, I'm holding on because I have an agency now looking for a proper mentor home for me, where I'm going to get true mentorship to live a better life and to get help and to succeed with my goals. People who truly believe in me and want to succeed, they're finding them. They're looking for my people. I don't know who they are. It should happen soon enough. They said they're going to get back to me this month about progress. They can't guarantee it, but they're going to do everything they can to find the right people. Doesn't have to be perfect, but they're going to find the people that aren't going to immediately just be a problem. They're going to find people that are going to be stable and going to give me a healthy environment. where I can live my life and pursue happiness and get successful in whatever way I possibly can. That's what life should be.
That's where I am at right now. At a extended care facility.
Well, I'm glad that you're getting the help you need, because that's what I'm looking for. It's not an extended care facility. It's like a mentor home. So it's going to be somebody who opens up their house to individuals, at most 2. But I'm going to have my own room, and I'm going to have privacy. I'm going to have autonomy.
I'm glad you will find your people, but remember to do your part too.
Yeah, I mean that's not going to change. If you've been here long enough, you would know that I always pull my weight. I do what needs to be done. But I also choose where to spend my energy, and if something doesn't look like it's going to pay off, I don't spend my energy on it. I spend my energy on the things that matter at the time. I don't waste my time doing things just because I think I should. I mean, I do, but in different ways. I need to learn how to do those. The external thing, I put my energy in things that actually matter. Like, some things don't always matter. And yeah, it would be nicer if you did those things, like, but at the same time, I'm about to completely change my environment. I'm going to have a fresh start. I'm going to have mentorship. I'll have a lot more energy. And when you have that wind, sometimes you get wind, and it matters how you adjust your sails. And some people choose not to, and I choose to do it. I choose to spread my wings and let the wind, sometimes you catch a draft.
That's what I'm going through now, spending my energy on other people's problems. It's draining me.
Yeah, it can be really draining. Untamed Kings Without Thrones. That's such a cool name. Sounds like a movie. Yeah, let me go with the main group to try to take whatever they're gonna take. Stop splitting.
I meant extended care for addiction problems.
Right.
But I just meant I'm getting help after the fact of rehab.
Yeah, you're on your own journey. I just wanted to clarify. I'm not going into like a care facility. That would not be helpful for me. I haven't been like in extremely long-term care facilities, but I haven't been, but I have been hospitalized, and that's not the kind of environment I need. It actually hurts me. I do better when I have more autonomy, because I'm self-driven. I always fight to be better. I'm not complacent. I might take breaks. I might be very cognizant of where I spend my energy, but that's a different problem. It's not a problem at all, actually. It's just I don't waste energy. If I know something is not going to work, I choose something else to pursue. Now, some things I need to give it more time, because sometimes I don't know if what I'm doing is going to succeed right away. But I'm not in a situation where, until I actually move out of here permanently into that mentor home, I should just hang tight. Sometimes you just have to wait for the res. And that's where I am in life right now. It's just like in World of Warcraft. Sometimes you just gotta wait for the res. Nothing you do will make it better. You can run around, jump around, use your, spend your energy, use your fingers to keep yourself, nimble. But at some point, you gotta rest your hands, stretch, do those arm circles. There's things that you can do, but sometimes you just gotta wait for the fucking res. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm waiting for the res, and they're on their way. Sometimes it's like, hey, maybe they got disconnects.
Self-therapy is what works best, Father. The mindset you have established at the moment, since too many people want to see your downfall.
Yeah, I have had to be self-driven out of survival, because most people have not wanted me to succeed in my life, unfortunately. I wish it was different. I wish people wanted to see me succeed, but instead they wanted me to live their life and their version of success. And it wasn't going to work for me, ever. from birth because I have a developmental disorder. Nothing would have changed that. And instead of fighting it,
I understand, but in a couple ways it's all the same thing. I'm not locked down or locked up. It's just a sober
I'm
living
not
home
judging
is all.
you.
I have my own room and have the stuff
Yeah.
I need to get back to living.
Yeah, that's good. I wasn't. I hope you don't think I was trying to judge you or make it negative or anything. I was just saying that's not what's going on with me. Oops. Okay, we're down by 30. Hopefully we can catch up.
I have the ability to gain extreme wealth, but the people around me pretending to help just there for a payout, so I don't manifest my wealth till I got rid of the baggage.
Yeah, sometimes people are just in it for themselves, and sometimes that can benefit you. And you know, it's like, I don't like to discount anything. If something is draining me and hurting me, then it's time to reassess. But sometimes you have to stick with it until you have an exodus. You know, there's sometimes you just have to like kind of bear with things until you have more options. And I think it's okay. It's part of the game, you know. I'm not going to fault people for playing the game. You know, if they're in it just for themselves, so be it. I'm going to accept that, and I'm going to say, okay, well, this person's in it for themselves, but I'm not going to let that bring me down. They're in it for themselves, but I know who I am, and I know I can look in the mirror. I know, you know, they might not be able to, but that's not my fight. That's theirs. They might be happy with it. They might be content. They might not be. But that's not my decision. That's theirs. And if they're going to be that way, I have to accept that they're that way. And that those people are going to use me, I'm going to let them. Because it's going to benefit me. I'm going to set things up in a way that it benefits me. Because I look out for me.
Yeah, I already made my decision, waiting for the universe to close this door and open another. I'm best doing things by myself.
Hell yeah, and I'm glad that you've reached that point. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a point where I can truly, you know, reassess things. It's good to be able to reassess, even though it might be painful. But sometimes it's like, hey, at least you know that you have options. That is a powerful feeling. It might be scary, but knowing that you can actually say, okay, I'm not trying to survive anymore, I'm trying to min-max. That's a different battle. It is a battle, but it's a different battle. And I hope to be there someday.
I don't think that at all.
Yeah, and you're allowed to not think that. But this person is clearly thinking that. That's their life. They have their own thing. And I respect that.
You said it best yourself. We all have our own individualistic needs and wants in life. Good morning, beautiful.
Hey, what's up, Goku? Welcome back. You ready to grind some Battlegrounds? That's what we're doing. I'm about ready in a couple, you know, I'm trying to get my Arathi marks. About ready to get my upgrade for my chess piece. We just need, don't need to look right now. Oh, come on, get the warrior, get the warrior, get the warrior, get the warrior, get the warrior. Yes! how many? I need 2 more Wrathy marks. So after this, we get at least 1. All we need is 1 victory, and I have all the Wrathy marks I need for that piece. But and then I need the rest of the honor. Then we could just do Alterac Valley until then. I need like 3. You know, I think another like 3K. Another 3K honor. That's not a lot. Not a lot at all. And
Goku, you already in the friend zone, bro. No beautiful Shiese goddess badass gamers now.
I mean, it's good to be in my friend zone. I love my friends. I think people are attached to labels too much. I love who I am, and I love my method of loving. Like, I see certain things that some people see as, like, monogamous. I see it as polyamorous, and, I choose the people I'm with in my life, and right now that's, like, nobody, but, if somebody's in my life, it's because I chose. And they belong there. And I have a lot of love to give. And some people aren't okay with that, and so they need to not expect me to be monogamous. Because I'm not going to. I'm never going to be able to. It's just not who I am. And I respect myself. I have no shame. Some people might find it shameful. That's because it's their values, and that's fine. They're allowed to have those values.
So friend zone is a good place depending on the perspective.
Yeah,
3.
Being a friend zone with me, like, I'm not saying that anybody in chat is going to be, like, you guys are anonymous. I don't know who you are. But if somebody's in my life, being my friend is really good. I love my friends. And some friends I'm physically, you know, involved with. You know, because some people call it friends with benefits. I just call it friends. That's my version of friends. It's like, some people, they're not that way. Some people, it's more platonic. And that's, to me, if somebody is not into me that way, it doesn't mean they aren't in my life. It doesn't make them any less special. I love people. I love people who love me back.
I'm ending up friend zoning every woman. I meet XD 13 years being single have made me a type of man that just love to be single, so I can't attach to any emotion anymore.
Yeah, and you know, that's your goals. That's fine. It's just, I don't know if there's any, like, and it's like people say they have to have all or nothing. And it's like, why not just experience life and just live in the moment? Enjoy things while they last, because those are the things that matter. You're never going to have it again. You know, just be like Katamari Damacy. Just keep rolling. Just keep collecting memories. That's what it's all about. That's what, in my opinion, that's what Katamari is. It's symbolic. We're all just rolling around in life collecting memories. And every single day we get a little bit bigger. And it's not about having the most. It's about, you know, going through it and making sure that those matter.
WT, a wise woman, respect.
So I don't know. I just have a different perspective. It's hard for people to be on the same wavelength as me. Because a lot of people, you know, I'm okay with this. That some people will see me as like a love interest and they don't love anybody else. And that's fine. That's how polyamory works. Some partners are going to be more monogamous on their end. But they have to expect that I'm not going to be monogamous with them. I'm going to allow them in my life. They're gonna have my love, and that matters. And they should, you know, like.
That's awesome. I like that.
My love is what matters to me. I want to share my love, and I'm okay with. I have no emotional issues with being with.
I'm
multiple
glad I could
people.
make you smile and allow you to be able to open up and share with us.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Untamed. Some people see, you know, some people are like, ooh, awesome, that's awesome. and some people say, oh, like, you don't know what you're
Thank you
getting
for being
yourself
you.
into, or like, what are you signing up for? That's because they're living by their own values, and they're putting themselves in my shoe. They're
Who's
living.
a very sexy lady? Who? What is her name? Anybody knows?
My name is rebeccaloran. So some people are living vicariously through other people. They attach meaning to somebody else's life as if they were living it. And if that were the case, people are like, oh, that's shameful what you're doing. You don't respect yourself. And it's like, well, if you did what I'm doing, it would go against your values. And I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want that for you. Those people I'm not going to be with in that way. Because if that's against their values, I'm not gonna force them to go against their values. Well, first of all, you can never force somebody, but people have control over their own mind. But I'm going to invite people in, and if they want to stay, they can stay. If they want to leave, there's other fish in the sea. There's people who want my love, and I'm going to let them in. And they're okay with it, or they're more than okay with it. They understand it. And I'm looking for those people most of all. People.
Why, yes, her name is Rebecca, the most beautiful.
Oh, thank you, Ahmed. Yeah, maybe pull this warrior away. Nice. Baldasaur?
I'm very authentic, but I'm living with someone that trying to copy my way of thinking and lifestyle, and unfortunately there's only one of me. It's not going to end well for him. XD.
Yeah. But you know, they're going through their own journey. They'll figure it out. You gotta trust them. You do your part by trying to say, hey, like, I'm setting my boundaries. And then if they don't respect it, you have to, like, you know, just accept that they're not willing to go, they're not at that stage yet. And they will figure it out. Hopefully nobody gets hurt. That's like the real thing. Because once you get hurt, like, some things are irreversible. And unfortunately, like, you just got to keep yourself safe, you know? Keep yourself safe. But you don't want to be so safe that you're not making decisions. Like, because it's like, well, do you want to be like 100 million years old but live in a tiny little corner? You know, being fed, you know, with a tube. You know, not moving, just being attached to a machine. Is that how you want to live your life? Or do you want to go out there and just, you know, take risks within reason? I feel like we live in a world now where there's really no insane risks. I like this idea. I learned this from Devin Nash. You have to take it with a grain of salt, because it's like, yeah, some things are risky for you. They might not be risky for others. I do believe that a lot of the things that we find as risks are actually not as risky as we think they are. That I think people are too careful. But I also think that sometimes, you know, like, you only get one life, okay? There's things called catastrophic risk, where you take so much risk that you might even risk your life. But sometimes you gotta take certain risks. And sometimes even the ones that might risk your life, because if you don't, I risked my life to get my surgery. There was a chance I would have gotten the surgery and not wake up from it. There was totally a chance that could have happened. But if I didn't take that chance, I wouldn't have been able to look at myself in the mirror. I wouldn't have been able to respect myself. That is my driving factor. I need to be able to look at myself in the mirror and respect myself and love myself and say, I did everything I could. I didn't give up. I changed strategies, but I didn't give up. There's two different things. Some people think changing strategies is the same as giving up. Like, right now, we're gonna lose this match. But it's okay, there's more matches. I need one more. I need one more mark from Arathi.
Well met.
Light blessed.
To get my chest, and then we just got to get the honor. Oh, Alterac Valley. I guess we're gonna do that one.
You got exactly what you wanted and needed.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I mean, don't take. I mean, it's easy to take like the metaphor game. It's okay, obviously. I'm not gonna like say it's bad, but sometimes you gotta like take a step back from the metaphors. I've learned that. That's a lesson I've learned. It's so easy to go all in on symbolism and metaphors. It might drive you insane. I ended up in the mental hospital, okay?
I could never get into World of Warcraft, never had a proper PC, and as I got older my interests in games changed.
Yeah, that happens too. Right now I can't really put my focus into chess. I love playing chess. I love getting stronger. I put a lot of energy into chess. I trained in chess for a while. But right now, at this point in my life, I can't do that. I can't afford to go to chess tournaments. It's not just about money, it's about energy, traveling. I need to hold back for a while until I can truly dedicate myself to chess in the way I want to. So right now, I'm dedicating myself to World of Warcraft when I want to play a game. Because it's something I can do long term, and it's not, you know, it is challenging, but it's a challenge that I'm willing to do right now. And so I want to climb. I want to see how far I can go. I want to do arenas. I want to be a gladiator. Okay, so honestly, you don't need like the best PC to run this game. It's like a 20-year-old game. Like I said, I ran it on a Linux laptop, an older Lenovo, like not super old, but like an older Lenovo ThinkPad that was running Debian Linux. Okay, I was running vanilla Warcraft on like the lowest graphic settings, mind you, and it was like 30 FPS or whatever. Actually, no, it was like more like 40 to 50 FPS most of the time. You know, obviously FPS wins games, but you know, I have a really good PC now, and it's set up for streaming.
It's okay. I've never been there, but my partner has, and she knew that's what she needed. And holy shit, I love chess.
Yeah, I've done a lot of chess on stream. Hopefully we can get back to it someday. Right now, that's not where my energy is, and I'm putting my energy where I feel like it belongs. And I'm not trying to swim up current, you know? I'm just following the current right now. And where the current is taking me is World of Warcraft. I actually want to experience this game, truly give it the try. Like, truly give it the energy to actually enjoy it. Because I've always, like, dabbled and, like, kind of leveled a bit. Maybe even hit max level in different expansions.
I'm playing on my mobile. All I have two play faces on ND have that 30 FPS so bad for later model games.
Yeah. This is like you know, it is an older game, but it is kind of modernized a little bit. But the thing is, I have never actually gone through the expansions where I was max level at the time the expansion came out and doing all the things that are at the end game. And if I have never played World of Warcraft that way, if I don't do it now, I don't think I'm ever going to do it. And now is the best time because now is like a new expansion coming out, the Burning Crusade, at this era. Like, for the people like me who've never played it, it's new. Like, if it's not new, if it's, you know, if I haven't seen it, it's new to me, right? Nice. Got that warrior.
I have a literal year of in-game time on RuneScape.
Damn, that's awesome. Yeah. I decided instead of playing RuneScape, I'm going to play World of Warcraft. I can't divide my time.
Oh nice, so you catching up to the thing you wanted to do and now you have time and energy for it. Go, good luck, laughing face.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I actually want to enjoy this game for what it is.
On my main account, and I have many, Have you ever played?
Yeah, I've played some old school RuneScape. It's not really for me. It's like not my energy. It's not my vibe. It's just, it's too much of a grind in the way that I don't want to grind. I would rather grind in World of Warcraft. It's my style. It reminds me of when I played Final Fantasy XI. It's different, but it's like classic World of Warcraft. You know, and I'm gonna enjoy the changes every expansion. Like, I really want to give it a go. You know, and people love it. People have their favorite expansions. People have their least favorite expansions. But I'm here for the journey. This is my turn. It's my turn to experience it and make up my own mind. I don't need other people telling me what the game is. I don't need other people telling me if the game sucks or not. I love it. I love it for what it is. And I'm going to experience it. And I'm going to get the best out of it. And then the next expansion is going to come out, and I'm going to do the same thing for that one for what it is. I'm going to adapt. I'm going to take it for what it is. I'm going to give it a chance. And I'm going to say, hey, let me play this expansion. Let me see what it's all about. And some people have already done it, and they decided they don't like it. And that's fine. I haven't. And so I'm going to. I'm going to truly give it a chance. And here we are. At the pre-patch for Burning Crusade. And I think I'm going to have the time of my life. Who knows what's going to happen from here. You know, my life is going to move forward. I'm working on my writing. I might finish my novel soon. Or maybe not so soon. But I'm going to work on it. I'm going to finish my novel. I'm going to try to get it published. And we'll see how that goes. Maybe it'll sell, maybe it won't. I think I have something good on my hands with my novel. At the very least, I want to finish it.
That's how I feel over a game called Solo Leveling. Arise been playing it for 1.5 years. It's such a good game, but now the pay-to-win factor is ruining the game.
Yeah, and some people don't like the pay-to-win stuff.
Attack!
I think sometimes it can be pretty bad, where it's literally if you don't pay, you may as well not play at all. But I also think that, like, hey, like, we get to decide what we do with our time. If you have insanely disposable income, where you can just like pay money for a game and just like do it anyway, like if you make millions of dollars, you can play a pay-to-win game. Come on.
I'd buy one.
But if that's a game you love, but if it ruins it for you, then just don't play it. Play a different game. There's millions of games. Like, there's freaking games every day coming out, you know? Like, find the game that's right for you. But I also try not to be negative. I'm like, oh, this game sucks. And then I still complain about it. Like, play it and complain. I don't like it how people do that. Oh,
I've been playing it for 4 years.
Damn. Yeah, some people love playing Raid Shadow Legends. If it starts to get ruined for you, then that's a time to make a decision. Like, do you still want to play? If it's ruining, if you don't enjoy it anymore, you know, that's fine. It's just a game. Like, you can always stop playing.
But I play casually. It's a total P2W game.
Yeah, but you know, if you enjoy it, if it brings you meaning, then why does it matter, you know? If it truly hurts you, you know, just like, you know, some things can truly hurt you. Like, if you're spending all your money on it and it's taken away from your life, then that's one thing. Just like gambling. Gambling can destroy lives. It does destroy lives. But some people, they have the kind of money and they're able to like spend money on it, and they're able to control it somewhat, and they enjoy it, and that's
Babe,
fine.
in Germany we have something called vocational training. It starts twice a year. It's new start every year, and you get paid during the training.
Yeah, I mean, I wish the United States had programs like that for people, instead of just saying, oh, you have to just make it all on your own or get fucked. We don't have the kind of infrastructure for a lot of things that work or that make common sense. Like, there's some things that are just like, why not just give people the opportunity to truly get skilled at something? Instead of saying, oh, if you're not good when you're 22, you may as well give up.
It hurts
like,
my soul, but I love to play it. Lol.
Yeah, well, if you love to play it, then you love to play it. It is what it is. I'm not going to argue with you.
Pay to win gacha ass are gamble machines modernized.
Yeah, they really are. But I don't play them. I like grinding to win. This is why World of Warcraft is good. Like, you can pay for cosmetic stuff. Like, I got this mount.
You only need
Right.
high school and can do anything you imagine anything.
Yeah, I dropped out of high school, unfortunately. Like I said, life was not set up for me. It just didn't work. The way that they tried to put me through, I tried and I tried and I tried. In fact, every new school year, I had hope. I was like, this is going to be the year that things start to change. And it never did. It got worse. I got bullied. I just ended up not going to school a lot. I think one year I missed like 40 days of school. And then I eventually dropped out. And I worked at Taco Bell, and I don't want to get too much into this, but I really made a lot of mistakes. I made a lot of fucking mistakes. But I survived, and now I'm here, and now I'm not making mistakes. I changed. I got better. I did what I could.
I dropped out too, but I got my GED.
Yeah, I got my GED like 2016. I don't want to say my whole life was a wash, because I mean I did the best I could. But I think there was a period of time where I was like, I kind of was living in denial about being trans for a while, and I was trying to just live my life. I was going back to school, studying for music. I am really close, like this close to a music degree, but I kind of burned out.
You can be a professional nurse or IT babe. You can start again or come to Germany. I wait for you.
Well, probably
Dang,
not.
It's not a mistake. It didn't work for you, but it is now.
Yeah, I have new goals. I have things that are going to work for me. I have things that are already working for me. And I'm just kind of, like I said, I'm waiting for the res. I'm waiting for a resurrection. I have help on the way. I already have, it's not like guaranteed on any time, I mean, they're going to do everything they can. Eventually they're going to find something. But they can't say like, oh, by this time we will have something guaranteed for you. Like, that's not how it's going. But it's pretty much like that. I'm pretty sure. They're going to do everything they can to find me a mentor home. So I'm waiting for the res. And while I'm waiting for the res, I'm going to wait for the res. I'm not gonna like try to do things that I can't do. And so I'm gonna pursue my career. I am a model. I have a lot of potential. I am not at the just like in World of Warcraft. I'm not a gladiator right now by any stretch of the imagination. But if I do the right things, I get the right help, I get the right mentorship, I get the right opportunities.
May the resurrection be glorious and full of buffs and immunity for a period of time. Winking face.
Yeah, and then, I'll have new goals. But, we'll face that. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. There'll be new goals. But I do think that, like, no matter what, like, I think things are going to turn out pretty well for me if I keep this energy, this attitude, and I keep letting people help me. Because eventually I'm going to find the right people who can make things happen. There are people twice my age who are just starting. And I'm not just starting. Like, I've done some experience in modeling. So there are people who are literally just starting in modeling who are twice my age, who are what you might not consider to be the most attractive people. I'm considered extremely attractive. I know some people, hate me. They think I'm ugly. That's their own problem. I'm objectively attractive, okay? Like, I have been considered attractive my whole life, even when I was male-coded. When I was living as a male, I was also considered attractive, and people said I should be a model. When I started transitioning, people said I should be a model. After all my surgeries, people are still saying I should be a model. So I'm going to stop fighting it. I'm going to do the hard work. I'm going to make it happen. Just like I made my surgeries happen. It's going to be involved. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be a lot of hard work. It's going to be a lot of uncertainty. But at no time am I going to say I'm not going to try. I can make it work in some way. And if I keep fighting, if I keep putting my name back in the hat, something is going to change. If I don't put my name in the hat at all, then it's never going to happen. Like, yeah, you could always say, oh, it might accidentally happen. But we don't care about that. We care about what can I do to change those knobs. And I'm doing it already. I'm actually starting work as a model pretty soon. At the college. And I'm going to be like helping art students posing nude for artists to help them learn how to draw anatomy. That's really meaningful to me. That is like, oh, I keep forgetting I have disarm. What the fuck? Why have I not been disarming people? Well, even if we lose this one, I still get my third mark. And I think after we get my chess piece, I'm going to have to end the stream and get some rest. I think that's a good goal to set for the stream. It's a good stopping point once I get my chess piece. I'm going to have that level 60 chess piece coming up.
Relax and joyful, you will make it, babe. Keep healthy life, organize you goals and plan, you will make it.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to do something, do it the right way. You know, like I don't go halfway on things. I'm saying like if I'm going to do something, I'm going to learn how best to do it. If that is my goal, that's how I am going to make it happen anyway. Even like some people say, oh, it's a lot of luck. It's a lot of luck. And it's like, well, if you're not even trying to do it right, then that luck is not going to matter. That luck is not going to happen at all, actually.
That's crazy inspiring. I agree. I subbed. So I'll try to drop in more.
Yeah, thanks for joining the channel. I really appreciate you. And I hope that you reach your goals. Right, keep fighting. That's pretty much all you can do. Keep getting back up every single day and say, I'm not perfect, but at least I got up. I stood up. I put my foot on the ground. It may not be perfect, but if I waited for perfection, I'd be waiting for all eternity, Nice, got that mage really quick. Nice. I'm gonna do just fine. I'm not gonna let anybody take away my life. I'm not gonna let anybody take away my success. It's mine. I earned it. It's mine. It's mine. At least I got the, the shout. Got the demo shout out before I died. We're only 20 behind. Okay. Stables incoming.
Grats on the chest piece.
Well, we're
Good
not
night,
there yet.
or morning. Lol, it's 7 a.m. here. You fought a ton harder than most people have ever fought for anything. It is yours.
Yeah, thank you, Cody. Yeah, I still got to finish this, and then I got to get the rest of the honor. But we're like really close.
G night gorgeous.
Good night, Cody. Prod these nuts. Nice, got the paladin. Okay, now we gotta get that mage.
Can I get some more eyes for the road?
Okay, we gotta get that mage. Oh, let me get the shaman. Okay.
Yes.
Hey, it's Fester Smash. I'm Rebecca Smash. It's Fester Smash. I'm Rebecca Smash. Nice. Oh, we're behind. We need to get BS, I think. But we need to get stables.
Is WoW free?
I think there's a 2-week free trial. But it is $15 a month subscription, and you get access to World of Warcraft. This is Anniversary server. The Burning Crusade. There's also a Classic Era server. There is a Miss of Pandaria. And you have access to the new upcoming Midnight as well. Right now it's in the War Within, the current retail. But one subscription gives you access to everything, and you can choose where you want to live in game. It's up to you. Your adventure awaits. Yeah. But hey, welcome back, SC2 Mallory. How you doing?
What's the best class?
Whichever one you wish to play. If you play it your best, if you figure out what your role is, if you play your role well, you pick your right talents for what your role is, you will succeed. Play the role you want to play, the class you want to play, the race you want to play. There is a place for you. Now, finding the place is up to you, but that is part of the adventure. And you can change it. Like, you know, you pick a class, you can change your spec, you can change your role. You can only fit a couple different roles per class, but you have your options. I'm playing warrior, primarily. It is a DPS or a tank. I'm primarily trying to build a tank. PvP is a little different. So I have an arms, what's called an arms warrior. You have arms, fury, and protection. I have two. You get dual spec at level 40, and I have arms and fury, and not fury, prot. I have what's called deep protection, which is full protection talents basically, with a few in arms and fury. But
I heard warriors is hard.
Warrior is hard, but it's worth it. I'm gonna get stronger and I'm gonna get better as time goes on. I also boosted up a mage. Mage is good CC. If you like controlling the battlefield, from freezing enemies, slowing enemies, all sorts of different support, but also high damage, then mage is for you. Warlock is more like dots and using a pet to inflict different debuffs, but also extremely high pump damage. Warlock, probably very competitive with mage. And arcane mage with full gear is like the best possible DPS you can possibly have with the right setup.
You don't need deep protection XD.
You don't need deep protection. I could play fury prot. We're going deep protection. It's oh, you know. Hey Zoltan. Deep prot is the build I'm going for tank. It's gonna have the most safety for threat generation. Like, yeah, sure, I could get, like, you know, really good gear and go fury prot, but this isn't vanilla, this is TBC. The meta is a little bit different. Deep prot kind of becomes the norm, because it's gonna get harder and harder to keep threat. And deep prot is built, especially with shield slam, for maintaining high threat. And, you know, I'm gonna need to be able to do that. It's really important to me. Some people say deep prot is like, you know, for noobs. I think it's noobs that pretend that they don't need it. I want to be the most utilitarian tank. If I'm going to be tank, I'm going to be what's going to work best. I'm not trying to hit the top damage meters. That's not my job. As a tank, my job is to hold threat. That's a different goal. Damage can hold threat if you have the proper gear, but other people are going to be competing for threat. It's too risky.
You want to play for the team.
Yeah, I want to play for the team. I want to be the best tank I can be, not the highest DPS. If I want to be highest DPS, I'd log on to my Warlock. Okay, my Warlock's only level like 29. Okay, if I wanted to get high DPS, you know, I have Mage. But also, I want to be a utilitarian mage as well. Like, I don't always have to be you don't always have to be the top DPS. You just have to kill the monster. And you can't kill the monster if everybody's trying to just get the top DPS without thinking about the whole team. Okay, if everybody's just trying to get top DPS, but then the monsters are jumping around everywhere, one-shotting people, you're gonna wipe and you're gonna waste time. Because you have to run back after you die because everybody wipes because someone wants to get top DPS and they're not interrupting because they're like, oh, well, if I use my interrupt, it wastes my combo points. You know, so like, whatever. because people are going to be so attached to their damage meter, they're not thinking about what their utility as a class is. Some people. People who really want to be like the best they can be, they need to know what their job is. And that might change. Like sometimes I'll be fulfilling DPS as a warrior, which means I need to get, proper gear for that as well. But primarily I'm going to be queuing up as a tank for group stuff, PvE. So like for raids, I'm going to try to get gear to be a good tank. That's why I'm like, getting all my gear right now, so that as I go to level 70 when Outland opens up, I'm going to have full epic PvP gear. And then I'm going to replace it I'm going to upgrade it as it drops. As I get the dungeon drops, all the way up to level 70 and then start doing raids. That's going to be my goal. And I'm going to want to be at, keep the best gear as I can, so I can, maintain DPS, and so I can keep threat. And honestly, as I think Wrath of the Lich King is when they really buff up Prot Warrior. When I was playing Prot Warrior on Wrath of the Lich King at the very end, when I was getting up to level 80, I was at the top of the damage meter every single group. And I was just getting whatever gear dropped as I dungeon queued. Okay, so like, Prot Warrior gets really buffed in Wrath of the Lich King. But TBC, it's just like kind of, I'm sure I can, be the best I can be. Like, Prot Paladin is best in slot as a class for tanking during TBC, but I'm not, I'm playing my warrior. I'm gonna do the best I can as a warrior. I'm gonna be a good tank. That's my goal. I'm gonna keep threat the best I can. I'm not always gonna be the best. Sometimes, there's gonna be people who are pulling threat because they're highly geared. Sometimes you gotta stop pumping. You gotta know when to stop building, to let people build threat. Because if you turn the mob, it can completely wipe your group. And then you waste everybody's time. That's really what you're fighting for. You're trying to get it done. You're not trying to get it done as fast as possible by pumping out as much damage as possible. Not unless the tank has threat. If you get one shot, you're gonna have that much. You're actually gonna be doing less damage, because if you get one shot, now you're not doing any damage, and your group's gonna wipe. So you need to know when to stop pumping damage. Otherwise, you're actually gonna do less damage, because you're gonna die, and then you're not gonna do any damage at all. Oh man. Okay, we're 17. We're okay. Yeah, we lost. They're close to winning. We got this, as they said. I believe. Yeah, you gotta take a knee. Gotta take a knee. Come on. I'm not gonna get it. 1870. We're not gonna catch up. Alright, we let them win long enough. Let's just 5-cap them. Okay, but we got all our Wrathy marks. So now Pretty sure I need like 13k, so we need to do some more Alterac.
What's on your mind?
What is it called?
How are you?
Field Marshals. Paladin. Yeah, plain armor. There we go. Yeah, 13,770.
No.
So yeah, we need another like
Keep your feet on the ground.
a little bit less. We need like 800 more, right? Oh no, we need 1,800 more. Oh shit. Hey, thanks for the follow, Bizargon. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How you doing? We're just closing up another 1.8k, and we got the marks. We're gonna be getting my Field Marshal's chest plate. Upgrade this bullshit heavy lamellar chest piece. Bullshit. I need to get my, once I get it, I need to get my, an enchant. I'll figure that out. I need more gold, and I think it's more worth to get, that's a cool looking shield, bro. He could be rocking that shield in Scholomance right now. Yeah, I need to get that shield too, for my one hand and shield setup, but my first and priority is, you know, my arm setup without, you know, obviously it's good to be able to macro to shield, but I think it's better to get the rest of my armor first and then get that armor piece, and then get the one-hand sword upgrade. But you know, for now we got our priorities. I'm gonna do chest piece, and I'm gonna do leg piece. I need to get the ring from Warsong, and then I need to get the shield, and then I need to get the one-hand sword, and then we can and then I can replace the hands, I think, and then the feet.
I recently just got back into WoW, just rolling a B rogue for now.
Oh shit, we got a rogue in the house. Let's go. Yeah, I got a 24 rogue that I got up in vanilla. I got level 24. I'm twinked the fuck out. I got 2 cruel barbs with fiery. I wanted to get the lifesteal one, but that's way too expensive. That would have much more sustain, but I don't really, I mean, fiery is like, you know, more damage, like raw damage, and getting those white hits as a combat sword rogue is what I want. So, I also got like best in slot feet. I got like best in slot pretty much everything.
I heard rogues slap in PvP TBC.
Everything
Congratulations.
slaps, to be honest.
You've received 100 messages today with Restream chat.
Nice, 100 messages. So basically, like I said earlier, somebody was saying, what's the best to play? Play what you want to play and figure out how to best be useful. Because they all exist for a reason. That everything in the game has a place. Now, do you want to be as most useful in as many different situations as possible? Or do you want to be very useful for a few things? And that's the decision you need to make. Are you making this character to be specific for a very specific case that you don't almost never do? Or are you going to be useful for as many things as possible so that you can get your gear and help your team, help your guild, all that. So help the alliance, or if you're horde, help the horde. We play for the alliance, so we don't want the horde to be very good. So if you're playing the horde, be selfish. Try to get the top DPS only. Don't do anything. Don't interrupt anything. We want you to fail. Okay, so my goodness. Couldn't get that clothy. Felicia? What are you doing, Felicia? God damn it. Oh, there we go. We won. Okay. Need 1,000 more, basically. 1,100.
Well met.
Like that. Hey, True Taste. Thanks for the follow. 2 minutes ago, so sorry if I missed you. Yeah, thanks for the follow, True Taste. Welcome, 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 welcome. I'm just finishing up the stream here. Not right now, but like gonna play some ads to get rid of pre-rolls. Basically, we just need one more K honor. And then I'm getting my chess piece upgrade, and that'll be a good goal to get. We be grinding. We be grinding. Always be grinding. Always be grinding. Yeah, we be grinding. There we go. Refreshing water. Like, you know when you drink water and you're like so thirsty, it just tastes so good. It's like, oh my god, water. 1 minute. I thought I... No. L-bird pisser? Oh my god. How you doing? Okay. Jesus Christ. The hell kind of name is that? Jesus. What's wrong with people? I don't know why people just choose to put negativity into like their whole identity. Like they're just like female victim. Oh, women always taking victim. Me, always making them shit. Like what the fuck? Why? Like even if you were correct, like why is that your whole identity? Like it's just weird. It's weird. Like, you're just making your whole identity about hating other people. Like, I just don't get it.
Battle.
Donkey Kong Country 2. Or is this Donkey Kong Country 1? I think it's Donkey Kong Country 2. Oh, getting those things is really how you win. Like, getting the Stormpike, like getting the different battle standards, that's really how you win PvP matches. Because it's like, you put that down, it just makes your whole group just slap. And if the other faction has it, you're just done. It increases damage of all party members.
Attack!
That scales. Like, that scales so much. Oh no. 13 seconds? Is that long enough? Oh man, we didn't get the Snowfall Graveyard. Like, if it were another 10 seconds, we would have kept it. I did not do too well in that battle. Okay. Well, if they just defeat the boss now, we're gonna win, right? I'm pretty sure. Oh, they're going inside. I think we're gonna win. Boom, boom, heal. Oh, they pulled direct R. 80%. Oh, they're getting it down. They're pumping. There we go. And, oh, I need like 300 more. I'm pretty sure.
How are you? Be good.
What's this? What's, like, I thought I said all these. Like, talents, spellbook, trade. Yeah, like that's like most of these I actually need the skin, but like stuff that like this, like I want to be able to see and stuff. I'm looking for group. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Killer instinct. Just doing battle shout over and over and over. Ultra combo. Killer Instinct was the first game I had on my Game Boy when I was I think my 10th birthday. I got my first Game Boy, the original Game Boy. The very original Game Boy. Like the one with had 4 AA batteries. It had the best sound, that dot matrix sound, better than the Game Boy Pocket. But the Game Boy Pocket was modified to be smaller and use the AAA batteries, be more lightweight, all that. And had a different color screen. I like that green, like DMG for like the original Game Boy. It was just, it had a better feeling to it, like playing Pokemon on it. Like it just, there was just like a better feeling to playing on that green DMG, you know. Like it felt very different than playing on like the Game Boy Pocket. The Game Boy Pocket was nice, but it was just like the monochrome just had a different vibe. Like yeah, sometimes like it was easier to see on the monochrome one, especially like on Donkey Kong Land. It was a little harder to see on the DMG for some games, but honestly, it kind of just felt nicer. Like I just enjoyed looking at the screen while playing the game. Like simple beef.
Hi, Rebecca.
Rebecca? Hey, Mitz. How are you doing? Simple beef. Hey, look, it's Master Roshi. Yeah, we're really close, like 200 more honor, getting my chess piece upgrade, the Field Marshals. I got my Grand Marshal's Claymore. Yeah, I gotta get the War Song rings and bracers. Now I have the blue bracers, or whatever. Nice, I made a new battle tag friend. Gotta have that simple beef. You know, it's a good solid protein. Yeah, 50 more honor. I got my chess piece. I want to get that chess piece. Like, yeah, we need to get those rings. And the bracers from Warsong. That's going to be our next goal, I think. After we get the chess piece, just get those rings. Get that honor for the cheap stuff. I probably could have got them first, but I think getting that chess piece is solid. You know, having the shoulders, having the weapon, having the shoulders, and I think having the chest is going to be a good start. Get those rings, get that bracer from Warsong, and then we're going to work on the legs. Nice, we won. Okay. Now, we gotta go grab it. Grab it like a rabbit. I can probably also get the bracers. They're only 500. So from the Warsong. I need to look up where to get the... Like, do I have to go to... What is it? Ashenvale? Right? I'm pretty sure. Alright. Almost gonna get their chess piece. We're almost there. We're on our way. We're almost there. We're gonna get our chess piece. Just a few more minutes. I mean, just a few more seconds. Not even a minute. Countdown right now. Gonna get that chess piece.
What's on your mind?
Oh.
See you soon. How are you? Go.
Here we go. Plate armor, there we go. Hell yeah.
Safe travels.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We got it going on now. A little bit more. Gotta get that gold. Hell yeah. We're shining. Okay. Knight of the Alliance. Let's go, Knight Lieutenant. Okay, where do I get that Warsong stuff? Warsong Golf Reward Room. Champions Hall. Take the portal to the Battleground area and talk to the Silverwing Sentinels. Oh, it's in... Wait, there's a vendor inside? Honor Warsong Gulch Marks. I have to go to the actual Battleground? Vendors are in your capital city's PvP hall. Oh, so it's in here? Champions Hall? Okay, yeah. First... Oh, it's gonna be in the... There's the mountain. Oh, accessories.
Pleased to meet you.
Wait, no, that's not it. Oh, it's
You
gonna
have a
be
great
in the
day now.
armor. Right. Duh. I was stupid. Not stupid.
What can I get for you today?
Where's the rings?
Keep your feet on the ground. What's on your mind?
Oh,
Would you like to purchase something? Be seeing you.
Hey there. Greetings.
is it outside? It's not a weapon.
Making a special purchase? Off and away.
Oh, is it that other armor?
Interest you on a pint?
Where's the Warsong Gulch one? Like, where are those vendors? Is it this one? Oh wait, there's no one out here. You never see those items generally because they are not on the city vendors out there on the out in the world. Oh, then how come it said that? Why did you say in the Champions Hall? Okay, so it's in Ashenvale. I don't have enough honor anyway. I'm gonna have to grind the honor for it anyway, so it's like Silverwing Grove, right at the Alliance entrance to Warsong Gulch. Okay, over there. Okay. Okay, yeah, I need to go there after we get, I need 3,500 honor. I have enough of the marks. We have 27 marks. So, we're good. And let me get back to the, place where we're gonna queue up next time. But for now, I think it's time to close out the stream, get some rest, close my eyes, and get ready for the day. 6 a.m. right now, so yeah, I think it's been a pretty productive morning. We got our chess piece, big upgrade from that level 50. Like I said, 10 levels higher. Get an extra crit plus 14 plus because of the set bonus. I get plus 20 stamina, so now I have extra health. Oh, what's there? What's that? Is that gonna open up? Wait, what is going on with this? What is this? Is that gonna open up when TBC fully launches? What is that? It's just a portal. I fell in the water. I'm gonna go for. I wanted to go for a swim anyway. I meant to do that. Yeah, we got some good farm ahead of us. I gotta get those rings, okay? I'm gonna get those rings next, and we're gonna get the bracers. So we're gonna farm 3,000, about 3,200 more honor next time. It's gonna be really quick. Then we just go, take a portal over to Darnassus and fly over to Ashenvale. We go over to the Warsong Gulch vendor, and we just pick up those rings. It's gonna be a really easy upgrade there. Then we're gonna start working on our get our leg piece upgrade. That'll give us reduced cooldown of intercept by 5 seconds. That's going to be huge. And when I get my 4th piece, Probably gonna get the hands next. Or maybe the feet. Probably the hands. I mean, if I get the feet, I'm gonna have to get another enchant for it. I have to get enchants from all of them anyway. I think for now I can just put on rugged armor just to get that flat armor bonus for now, until I get a real enchant. Oh, I should probably do that for this as well. Oh no, I'm gonna get an upgrade. I'm gonna save that armor. I mean, honestly, it's like, I don't know, save my gold. I'm gonna upgrade it next anyway. But I don't know, that little extra armor might save me. Yeah, let's guess, yeah, let's just put it there. Use it up. Yeah, what are we doing? I'm going the wrong way. I just want to get back there later today. Like tonight, we need to do that daily Warsong Gulch victory. We'll probably start with that. Cause I need to. Hopefully, that'll even like give us a solid like 600. If we, when we get the win, get a solid 600 honor. And then just do another Alterac, and we have enough marks to get the rings and the bracers. Okay. Anyway, thanks everybody for joining me here. It was a pretty fun stream. We had a good. I mean, I had a bit of an emotional moment at some point, but oh, that's normal. Yeah, I had a really good conversation earlier with the chatter, so yeah, thanks for stopping by. We're getting our gear. We're getting ready for that dark portal open. Okay, we're having fun, getting geared. That's my goal. I like reaching my goals. That's what we do. Anyway, see you guys.